What up, teacups? It's your fairy Vlogmother, and welcome back to Huntress of the Hollow. Now, I know we got the true ending last time, but there's a few more endings that we have access to, and I've created a few more save files here so that we can get into that and, you know, see what we can do. So let's get in there. Okay, so last time, that was our original save there. Last time we spared the Alpha Wolf and we chose not to believe the Huntsman's story, so now we are going to start this next ending off with, we've already spared the Alpha Wolf, but we are going to choose to believe the Huntsman and see where that goes. So let's jump right into that. Alright, Mr. Huntsman, what do you got to say for yourself? Huntsman? Lenora? Where did you run off to? You're lucky your mother wasn't around, or she would have bitten off my head. Don't play dumb with me, Huntsman. I talked to your brother, Abel. I know what you are. My brother? What I am? I don't know what you're talking about, little Calamint, but I don't have a brother. I'm just a lonely hunter who likes tanning wolf hides, and, if you may remember, keeping your village safe. Huntsman, the Alpha Wolf told me everything. Stop making a fool of yourself and admit you're not who you say you are. This is rich, little Lenora. You have quite the imagination. Now stop all of this nonsense and come to your senses. Haven't you ever heard that wolves are cunning? Not as much as foxes, of course, but suffice to say, a wild animal will do anything to save its hide. That wolf knows you're a naive little girl. It lied right to your face. This is part of why I told you to stay behind. You must never trust the words of a wolf. Then why was it still alive? You said you were going to end this once and for all. Why did you let the poor thing live? Lenora, it hurt me just as much as I hurt it. I'm simply resting until I can go back and finish the job. Huntsman, you don't have a scratch on you. Do you honestly expect me to believe? Listen, little girl. I won't hear any more crazy talk from you. This was cute at first, but it's gotten upsetting. Let's focus on the positive, okay? There are a lot of wolves out tonight, so you should stay here for the time being. I'll even cook you a hot breakfast in the morning. Just sit and calm down. Wolves can be scary, I know, but you're safe with me, so just relax. Huntsman, I'm not... I'm going to the back room to freshen up, alright? Sit by the fire, and I'll be back before you know it. Tomorrow I'll get rid of that mangy wolf for good. Well, what should I do now? Which is the right choice? Go after him or trust him? Okay, so last time we went after him, this time we're going to trust him. He's right, he has to be. The Huntsman has always helped the village and helped me. How could he be some kind of ridiculous beast? That wolf lied to me, and I was almost stupid enough to fall in its trap. Alright, what vicious end is this going to... Let's see. Lenora decided that Abel the Alpha Wolf must have been lying and stayed at in the Huntsman's cabin for the night. As everyone told her, wolves truly would do anything to save their hides, and that included the cunning trickery the Alpha Wolf had tried to pull on her. As he had promised, the Huntsman left to kill Abel the following day, and after a few long hours he arrived on the cabin's doorstep with the wolf's head in his hands. Oh, poor Abel. I feel bad now that I've seen the true ending. He and Lenora returned to Pokeweed Hollow, and the Huntsman paraded the wolf's head around for all to see. Oh... With Lenora's promising aptitude for hunting, she became the Huntsman's apprentice. Over the next few years, the two of them hunted the rest of the wolves until they were wiped out. No! With the village safe now that the wolves were dead, the Huntsman convinced Lenora to travel with him and visit other villages that suffered from wolf attacks. The two of them became well known for their hunting, and as the years went by, they continued to hunt all of the wolves in the land until there were none left at all. That's not how responsible hunting works. You just wiped out a whole species in your area. That's not... People soon began to ask them to cure the villages of bears, wild boars, and even foxes preying on hens. And as long as the pay was good, the Huntsman happily obliged. Look at how dejected Lenora is. As successful and prosperous as her new life was, Lenora still couldn't help but think about the Alpha Wolf's words from that fateful night many years ago. As evil as the beast had been, something about its final words tugged at her heart. But it had just been a trick, right? It had just been a pathetic attempt to avoid its fate, right? She just knew she'd made the right choice. hadn't she? Nope, and that's because we know the true ending. Ending A, Apprentice. Yeah, he's even got an evil grin in the background for this. I'm glad we got the true ending. Alright, load game. Okay, so that was, you know, the false ending there. Let's see, next up, what is next? We have the ability to go and hunt the Alpha Wolf and actually kill him. So let's try that one. What's up, bro? Oh no. It ate the Huntsman. I can't do this. I can't do this. What am I going to... How can I... No, I've come too far. There's no turning back. Oh, right, let's do this, and this time we won't spare him. Which sucks, because, you know, like, now that we know the true ending, it's like, Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that that's not gonna work. Alright, I think Lumberjack Hack is our best bet here. Is the wolf holding back? What's making him hide his ferocity? Oh wait, no. Well, that's not what I wanted to do, but okay. Let's see if I can actually survive this. I might not be able to, but we'll see. He doesn't care when my axe cleaves him? Oh, I ran out of special juice, so let's get me some mana. Mana, please. Alright, let's see. Hacking the shit out of him. The wolf is almost dead, but I can't help but feel like maybe this isn't right. Should I really finish it off? It killed the huntsman. Its pack is terrorizing my home, yet which is the right choice? Okay, so we spared him last time, so now we're gonna see what happens when you behead him. Yes, it's just a wild animal after all. It's terrorized my village and eaten the huntsman. I must kill it. I need to use that finishing blow and put it out of its misery. Okay. But I need more sarsaparilla crime first, before I can do that. Okay, and behead the wolf. I feel so bad because now I know the hunt was successful. Lenore stood above the Alpha Wolf's corpse, her axe dripping with blood. The hunt had been much easier than she thought it would be. But then again, she was lucky that the beast had been wounded greatly by the late brave huntsman. Yeah, but he's just gonna be fine in his cabin, though, so I don't know. She returned to the village with the wolf's head in her hands, and the villagers were overcome with joy at her triumph and sadness at the huntsman's passing. The wolf's head was mounted in the baron's home, becoming a decoration on his mantelpiece. With its death, the wolf attacks lessened tremendously. Since the huntsman had died, Lenora became the sole guardian huntress of the Pokeweed Hollow. She took numerous hunting lessons from Miss Stonecrop, and worked tirelessly to protect her home. But the wolves' attacks, though much less frequent, never actually stopped like the huntsman told her they would. After a few years, Lenora became too exhausted to fight them off. With their guardian out of commission, the villagers had no choice. They abandoned the hollow and began looking for a new place to call home. After they left, the village remained forgotten and abandoned until the forest swallowed it whole. Ending B, Lone Protector. These are also sad compared to the true ending. I can't deal with it. Low game. Okay, now there's one more that I was able to do. So this just down there is our original save. We don't need that. So this is story 1, and this is where we have the option to stay in the Huntsman's Cottage after all this. Please remind me why we're here instead of the village. So this is before we even go to see the Alpha Wolf. This is when we originally run into the Huntsman, after we have gone to his cabin and we're like, oh, he's not there. And then on our way back to the village, we run into him and she's like, where the hell were you? And he's like, nowhere. Let's go back to my place. And then she's like, what? And so, okay, that's a little background for you, since I know it was a long time since the last episode. Alright. Please remind me why we're here instead of the village. Dear little Lenora, I've told you already, simply killing the ones in the village won't stop this. Then how do we stop the attacks? Wolves may be pack hunters, but they always have a leader. I've run into this pack's big bad alpha wolf before. He's an old nemesis of mine, but it looks like his time has come, hasn't it? I suppose so, as long as we can do it quickly. There really isn't much time left. Oh no, little Lenora, I'm doing it alone. What do you mean? I'm not gonna stay here and do nothing. Nonsense. You'll be killed the moment you step outside. It's safer to stay here in the cabin. Huntsman, I've hunted whole packs of wolves by now. I can handle myself. While that may be, I don't want to put you in danger any longer. It would be irresponsible. Your mother would have my head. Foreshadowing. Here. You can have my spare hunting axe if it will make you feel safe. Yeah, we got the axe. Let's see. Also, should a stray wolf break in, here's a little trick to end its life quickly. And then he teaches us the beheading move, which is super duper useful. Yep, alright. Huntsman, I appreciate everything you've done for me, but I can't help but feel like I need to go with you. I know, little Calamint. This is a stressful time for you, for everyone. But don't worry your pretty little head off. I'll solve all of this once and for all. Have some treats to hold you over for the night. I should be back by morning with a brand new wolf pelt cloak. And we got some pasties and some bubble milk tea. Alright then, I'm off. Try to get some rest. You've had a long day, little Nora. He's gone. But I still feel like I need to go after him. For some reason, staying behind doesn't feel safe to me at all. Should I stay or should I go? Okay, so before we went, so this time we're gonna stay. I guess I should stay? I don't know if this is the best choice, but oh well. He is the huntsman after all. I think I deserve to rest. Oh! Wolves! They broke in! Oh no! Huntsman! Huntsman! Oh geez. Okay, well I didn't even stand a chance. Cool. That's good to know. That's very good to know. And I think this is just going to be... Oh, well, it's somewhat the same as before. Lenora was dragged into the woods and mauled by the wolves. The huntsman returned from hunting the alpha wolf, only to find her mangled corpse abandoned in the middle of the deep forest. Upon delivering the news of Lenora's passing to her grieving mother, he decided to settle in the village permanently, taking over as the hunter of pokeweed. The huntsman protected the village as valiantly as he could, but the attacks became too numerous for one man to handle. One day, the huntsman disappeared from the village entirely. The villagers wondered if he had been overcome by the wolves himself. Nah, he just ditched yo ass. Without Lenora or the huntsman, the village continued to suffer wolf attacks and killings. Soon enough, Pokeweed Hollow was wiped out entirely and remained forgotten forevermore. And this is abandoned. Ah. Well, that is all of the endings that I could think of how to find. If you guys know of any other endings that I can get in this game, please let me know and tell me how I can get them, hopefully without spoiling it too much. But at the end, I'm really glad that, we got the true ending, because this, all of the other endings are just very depressing, and so, thank you guys again so much for watching. Please check out the poll in the description below, or leave me a comment, and who knows, your wish just might get granted. Toodles!